Yo, what's good to all my people? Just saging the area a little bit, man. Getting all that bad juju out of here. You know what I'm saying? Making sure the air is clear. That should be good. Alright, man. So I'm back, you know what I mean? Know thyself as always, man. So tonight, we're gonna ask Oracle, ask my crystal wisdoms to give me another message to deliver. But while I was doing that, man, I had thought about this story, right? And there's so many stories, man, where the Most High showed themselves to me. And I really appreciate that, man. And I really appreciate the love and the protection that has been bestowed upon my life all these years. Because it's many times in many situations I shouldn't have made it. You know what I mean? But, obviously, the Most High had a divine plan for me, you know? So, let's say, so this story was like, like I say, it was a situation, right? I had this problem with somebody, back then I was a hothead, man, still kind of is, it's the Sagittarius in me, real fiery, but I done tempered that down a little bit. But at this point, I'm living in Dallas, Texas, and I had a situation with somebody. So, me and my boy, we on a bus or what have you. We just chilling out, man, not thinking too much. And this person happened to appear on the bus. And I mean, when they got on the bus, man, bullshit you not, bro. Excuse my French. Everything just evaporated. I seen nothing but them. I seen red, and I couldn't hear nothing. Like I was tunnel vision. I couldn't hear my friend talking no more. I couldn't hear nothing. So we was a couple stops away from where the bus stop stopped for for everybody to get off. And we got there. I got off the bus. They got off the front, and I was walking towards them, and I swear I couldn't see nothing. I couldn't hear nothing. I was just zoned in on them, right? And from nowhere, this lady touched my shoulder and was like, "Don't do it, baby. Whatever she did, it ain't worth it. You know what I mean? Don't go there." And I popped back in and I was like, damn. And I tell you, for the life of me, I can't remember what this lady looked like. None of that, man. Like, I can't even remember her face, you know what I mean? But my homeboy, I remember looking at his face and he was just startled because he was like, man, I didn't know what to say to you. Like, it was like you was zoned out. Like, you could have seen your face, you know what I mean? So I say that to say, man, I think at that point I had met an earth angel, and I know that was God protecting me or the universe because, like I say, I was gone. You know what I'm saying? I was ready to basically end their life and to end mine at that point. And I was so happy to have that mercy and that blessing on my life, man, and for their life as well, because I'm very happy that I didn't make that decision. But I say that to say, the universe and God has been protecting you all your life. And the only hell that man will ever find himself in is the one that he creates. And it's the same thing with heaven. It is a state of mind, people. It is the way your karma affects your life. So karma is what sin is really. It can be, karma can be good karma or it can be bad karma. What you put out, you get back. For every action, there's an equal reaction. You can't see behind me, but it says, as above, so below. This is just a fact, man. Every reaction is an equal reaction, okay? So I'm gonna share these, man. Get a little message for the night for somebody, man. I figured somebody needed it. It's for the night, early morning. Remember, this is for somebody. This is for everybody. This is for anybody. This is for nobody. But since there's no such thing, I'm assured that this is certainly for you, okay? All right, so let's see what we got. Okay, so we got golden cabinet, inspiration. Okay? So we got inspiration. I am inspired in all things that I do. Okay. So that's what the Spirit wants me to talk about. So that's what I'm going to talk about. Inspiration. So let's see what he got to say about inspiration for you guys. I hope your day has been going good. It's your first time checking me out. As you know, I am a new tarot dealer. I was led to this by astrology and numerology. And, it's just like second nature to me. I speak to the subconscious of the collective, even the subconscious of myself. That's why I say, this is for somebody, for everybody, for anybody, or for nobody. But since there's no such thing as nobody, this may just be for you. Take what resonates, what don't, you leave it there. But could be a line, could be a word, could be a sentence, could be everything. We all suffer from the same problems, just on different levels. Okay? So let me see what they want me to say. Let's see. All right. Let's see what they got for me. It's for all placements, male, female, masculine and feminine energies. I don't do sexes, just energies. Okay. So you got 3 cards. Okay. I'm gonna do 5. What else you got for him? Okay. I'm gonna take all these. I'll take 2 of them. Okay. So this is the story we got going on right now. I'm gonna start here. The 9 of trees. You got refinement. Okay. So, refinement, man, like say you got the moon really big in the picture. I always like to look at the trees and the branches to see if they're like full or like they look dead or, like how they looking. But this looks like a healthy tree, and that's definitely a full moon. So a lot of people don't know we got a full moon coming up. And whenever the full moon comes up, it's a time of refinement. It's the time, full moon always presents a specific power, man, a specific thing you can do. Like either renew your life or, let go of things that you're not proud of or, fix things you want to fix or just look into your inner self. So we got refinement and we got a full moon coming up. So that's pretty interesting, okay? And then we got withdrawal. Okay? We got withdrawal. So you can look at this anyway, man. You could be withdrawn from things that don't serve you no more. Or you could be withdrawn from a bad job or a bad relationship. And, if you look at this, she has a peaceful look on her face with the angel wings. You know what I mean? And she doesn't look unhappy. I mean, when you look at the fluid colors in that, it's like a maybe withdrawal from the world, man, and walking in your divine nature. Walking the way the universe of God wants you to walk. I would say that's what that is. And then you got the 9 of angels. You got the guardian. Okay. To me, you see the male and the female in between the wings, and this basically represents, being strong, man, going forward. You got 9 angels, man. You got protection. Move the way you want to move, how you want to move, do what you want to do. Don't worry about who's not going to understand, who doesn't understand, who's not going to be there. And just move forward because you have the guardian with you. You have protection, okay? And then we're going to go here. Metamorphosis, okay? If you look at it, she got like all these arms. She got a lot going on. But that's because she's transforming. She's at the beginning of emerging into her new self. You know what I mean? She's becoming her new self. She's shedding old shells and she's metamorphing. Okay? Metamorphing is the release. So you're releasing of the old self and bringing in the new self. A lot of people don't know, especially in astrology, to tell you wherever you have Scorpion in your chart, that is where you're going to have transformations in your life. Your life is going to be very transformative as you live. But if you really think about it, we have transformations anyway. The world has transformations. That's why you have seasons. Winter, summertime, spring, winter. They all are transformations of a new cycle of the earth. And we are the same. We have to release and metamorph. We have to morph into our new selves. You got the King of Heart, which is the healer. Okay? You got the big heart in the throat chakra, meaning, he's healing with his voice. He or she, healing with their voice. You see the shadow, and then you see the clear face, and you see the glazing look, like the piercing look. That's confidence, man. That's a person that's been completely entwined into themselves. The ego, the shadow, and the self, all is one. And now they're giving that back to people through their chakra. They are the king of healers, the healer, because they have done the work. Okay? And after doing the work, now you got the universe and expansion. Okay? The universe is working for you now. It's not working against you because you worked with it. The universe is working for you. It always have been, it always will be. That's why I say, also, like I say, astrology. What was funny about astrology to me, and the way I knew I would come into it, and everybody got their own callings, right? First of all, I want to say this. I really, I'm not a Muslim, but I really respect Malcolm X, right? And see, I respect Malcolm X for a different reason than most people. My biggest reason for respecting Malcolm X was that man was a devout Muslim, right? He bought totally into that, changed his life. He ate, bled, and you know what else? That doctrine. But then when he found the truth that was outside of that, and it didn't work, he had the guts, and you don't know many people to do that, to go against what he had been doing for so many years, because truth mattered most. And I always respected that about him. And he's one of the only ones I've seen to be super devout in something and would choose truth over what he think he know. And that's what made Malcolm X one of the greatest to me. And also, a lot of people don't know, Martin Luther King did the same thing, and that's why they killed him, because he figured something out, that he was fighting the wrong fight. The fight he was fighting right into their hands. It was what they wanted him to do. He found out what was really going on, which was red lightning. But that's another story. But yeah, that's one of the things I really loved about Malcolm X was he chose truth over being right, because that's what matters at the end of the day. But anyhow, this was a nice spread, and you know what I mean. I like to name my spreads, so I'm gonna call this one expansion into the universe. Okay, and we're gonna read it like this. So right now, you are being guarded. You are being guarded by the 9 angels. Okay, they want you to go forward with whatever you want to do, whether that's fight for a relationship that you want, let one go that you don't want, fight for a job that you want, let one go that you don't want. You know what I'm saying? Get really into building your family. Leave it if it's not good for you. Whatever it is, just know that you got guardians behind. And since you know that now, go ahead and redraw. Go ahead and withdraw from all the things that's not good for you, all the things that has not been working, all the things that are not satisfying your inner self, all the things that are not putting you on your soul path. You know what I mean? And just start walking in your truth. Because with this new moon coming up, you will have refinement. Okay? The new moon that's coming up It's a really good time. Like I say, you can read up on which one it is, the next new moon, and see what you can do during that new moon, or what you can change during that new moon for the betterment of yourself. And do it. You know what I mean? Like I say, astrology explains a lot of this stuff. Those planets aren't out there for nothing. And I was saying, I knew when I was a kid, I always wondered when they showed us those planets why they didn't go in depth about them. Because they didn't want us to know, man, that's your energy. That's your character. That's a whole bunch of stuff. But that's for another time. And like I say, now that you got refinement, and after the moon, you can start to release and have your metamorphosis. Okay? You can have your metamorphosis and transform your old self into your new self. You know what I mean? Your life and death cycle. The end of a cycle, okay? And once you do the metamorphosis, now you can start healing. Start healing yourself. Because you did the work, okay? You had your transformation. And you're feeling a lot better. And you're healing. And if you got something to give, tell your testimony. Let that heart of your throat speak love into the world. Because you got the universe behind you. And you got expansion. And as I always like to do, I'm going to reverse that. So now that you got the universe and you have expansion, you are the king healer and you ready to start healing. Because you had a metamorphosis and you released. And when the full moon came out, you got into refinement. Because you were ready to withdraw from the world and do whatever you wanted to do and walk on your path, because you understood that the universe is your guardian and God had your back 100%. And when God is for you, no man can be against you. All right, people. That's my story for the night. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And as I said, this was for somebody. This was for anybody. This was for everybody, or it's for nobody. And since there's no such thing, this was certainly for you. Peace and blessings to all. Peace.